Live from Sin City, it's the Socks and Pinstripes Podcast. And now, here's the star of the show, Diet Dr. Griffin!
This is Diet Dr. Griffin back with another episode of the Socks and Pinstripes Podcast. So, for some reason, I thought the All-Star game was this past week. And I think, Shane, the reason why is because Yahoo decided to do their 2-week thing and they've changed it up. And I don't like this change. I don't like change, dude.
Well, I think that this change specifically doesn't make any sense, but yeah, go for
So
it.
what they did was what they would have done in previous years is that the week before the All-Star break would be a normal week. And then the week coming back from the All-Star break that typically starts, I believe, on Friday, that week is a long week. So it goes Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then all the following week. What they've decided to do now is that they make this week and then the 3 days after the All-Star break all into one week.
Which
And I don't
really
like that.
sucks because they start resting people and then half your team doesn't play, and then it's just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. In the special league, I don't have a first baseman playing today.
Nice.
Yeah. I have like three options I could play at first base, and none of them are playing today.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So,
Yeah, yeah. So that is that. The MLB draft is actually tonight. I'm not sure if you're aware of that.
oh yeah, I saw something about it, but Wimbledon is the finals is Sinner versus Alcantara, and it's a rematch of the last Grand Slam that they played.
Wait,
And
wait,
if
wait.
it's
There's a wait. Sandy Alcantara's out there playing tennis instead of playing for the Marlins.
and it's not Sandy Alcantara, it's it's Alcaraz.
Alcaraz. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Alcaraz. Sorry, not Alcantara. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
Alcaraz and Sinner, and it's going to be phenomenal. So we'll see what happens.
So we got the top 10 order for the MLB draft, and it's the Nationals, Angels, Mariners, Rockies, Cardinals, Pirates, Marlins, Blue Jays, Reds, and the White Sox.
Oh, nice!
First
Can't wait
record
to.
ever is drafting 10th. That's fair.
Oh, at least he doesn't have to be cursed in an organization that doesn't like winning baseball games. So
What's interesting is that I don't remember if this happened the previous week or happened this week, as that's just how things are right now. The Nationals actually fired their general manager and their manager.
oh yeah, nice little 1-2 punch.
Yeah. Now they probably already, since they had the top pick, they probably already knew who they were going to be drafting.
Yeah,
But what do you think about the Mariners drafting third here? I didn't realize they had a pick that high.
yeah, they must have traded for it or
You
something.
can't trade for draft picks. That's one of the major, well, I shouldn't say you can't trade for like regular draft picks. You can trade for the compensatory draft picks, but your
Okay.
regular draft picks in MLB you cannot trade for.
Yeah, I
Kind
don't
of
know.
silly.
Yeah, I guess because we missed out on the playoffs the last 3 years and don't spend any money, the league feels sorry for us. I don't know.
Well, the draft is one of those weird things because you have to not only factor in like who the top pick is. There's not really like a consensus top pick. Like sometimes the best player in the draft will fall a few picks
Yeah,
because of like signability or whether or not the team is interested in drafting high school players versus college players.
yeah,
Like the Angels, for example, they're notorious for drafting college players with like short time trajectories to making it to the majors.
yeah.
They are so impatient. And I mean, and when I say they're impatient, I mean Artie's impatient. I mean, they'll literally just draft a kid and then put him up in the majors like later on that year, like they did with Shanuel there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
So, according to MLB Pipeline, the top pick is supposed to be Ethan Holiday, Jackson Holiday's little brother.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And then you've got Cade Anderson, who is a left-handed pitcher for Louisiana State, and then Seth Hernandez, who is a high school right-handed pitcher.
I think the Mariners have been linked to trying to go after Cade if he falls to three.
That's
I
certainly
think I'm
possible, but I don't know. The Angels might take their non-college guy and their non-high school guy, excuse me.
yeah, and only because I mean the Angels might actually do it because unlike the Mariners, the Angels appreciate left-handed pitching. So
Yeah, that's also true. There was one year where the Angels just took nothing but pitchers.
honestly, they can be so hit or miss that it might not be a bad strategy if you feel like you got your offense locked down.
Yeah. Well,
It's just
speaking,
tough because then you think like 75% of everyone you pick isn't going to make it as well. So,
yeah, that's the thing about the MLB draft versus other drafts is that you draft a first round pick, there's a possibility you're never going to see them in the majors.
yeah. So,
And that's unfortunate, but that is the reality. Whereas in the NFL or the NBA, you're going to see those guys no matter what.
yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of somebody you're going to likely see no matter what, Manny Machado. He had his 2000th hit earlier this week.
That is impressive. And also kudos to Machado. I really like the guy. So,
Yeah, and Taylor was supposed to go to see the Padres on Wednesday, so she missed that by like 2 days.
yeah.
And he is presently at 2005 hits. What
Nice,
do you
dude.
think his chances are that he makes it to 3,000 hits?
How old is he right now?
He is presently 32.
How many years left on his contract?
He has 8 more years signed to his contract after this one.
Yeah, he makes 3,000, I think. I think I would give it 75% he makes it, 25% he doesn't.
I'm gonna say 65-35, only accounting for on performance, but I think he's got very good chances, as good a chance as anybody right now of getting to 3,000 because he's locked in on a long-term contract. The Padres, unless like some, injuries or some kind of criminal chicanery comes up, like Manny's gonna have the opportunity to get it.
Yeah,
He's gonna
and they
be
keep good players around him too. So it's not like you can just pitch around Manny and then win the game. You got to
well, I mean,
contend with
yeah,
a lot of other batters on that lineup too.
they've
So,
locked up Jackson Merrill. Xander's not as good as he used to be, but he's still there, and Tatis is locked in.
yeah.
Those four players are, together in the lineup. It's gonna be hard for him to fall off completely.
Yeah, and Gavin Sheets is playing really well this year too. So,
Yeah, the Padres seem to be good at finding these kind of cheap players and getting a year or two out of them.
yeah.
They did the same
The
thing with
chant
Pro.
every time Gavin Sheets comes up to bat, everyone starts chanting, "Holy Sheets! Holy Sheets!"
Yeah, so like if Manny doesn't get a single hit for the rest of the season, and let's just say something happens, he would basically need to get 125 hits per season after this to get to 3,000 hits by the end of his contract.
Yeah, I think he
And
can do that.
and his 162 game average is 177 hits.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Obviously, I mean, obviously there might be a strike shortened season in a couple years, but I think he's still gonna get there.
yeah, me too. So, let's go, Manny. Join the club, buddy. You deserve it.
So let's get back to the news at hand with the All-Star game because that is actually happening this week, and there is some controversy here. There's some controversy because, well, let's just try to find the full-on roster here. Now we already went through the starters last week,
Hmm.
the starting lineups for them. But let's
Yeah.
just go through some of the pitching now. And the pitching has changed quite a bit because some people might not know this, but if you're scheduled to pitch the Sunday before the All-Star break, you basically don't get to pitch.
Yeah,
during the
he'd be good to
actual
go.
game.
Yeah,
So they often replace a lot of pitchers in the lineup.
that happened to Logan Gilbert the time that he went. So,
I think Gilbert's pitching today, actually.
oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Gilbert's pitching today because Jeff took him in the pick'em game.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
So the starting pitcher for the American League All-Stars, no big shock. They got Tarek Skubal.
Scooby Doo, baby. Although it didn't play too well against the Mariners both time he faced them. So,
No, no. And the other starting pitchers are Garrett Crochet, Yusei Kikuchi, Max Fried, Jacob deGrom, Shane Smith of the White Sox, Chris Bubich of the Royals, Hunter Brown, the Astros, and Brian Woo!
Woo deserves it, man. He's been pitching pretty well this year. I've watched a couple
Yeah,
of his
yeah.
games. So,
The nerds were talking about how he's basically pitched like 6 innings every single start of his season so far.
yeah, he's got that. He's got really good movement on his secondary fastball too. It just seems like it's really confusing people this year.
Which is really surprising because like Wu had so many arm issues last year and would like never go 6 innings. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden he's just been doing it every single time. So more power to
Oh,
him.
dude, I was super down on him this year too for literally that reason. I was like, Brian
Yeah.
Woo's a mistake. He's going to be hurt most of the year, and I'm an idiot. I also thought Paul Skeens was going to have a sophomore slump. That didn't work out. So,
Well, if you're counting wins as a category, then absolutely he's having a sophomore slump because he can't get any run support to save his life.
yeah, but that's on the team he's on. So,
Yeah, I know. But I mean, like he's definitely doing well. I think he's probably gonna spoiler. I think he's probably gonna still not win the Cy Young Award though.
yeah,
I think they're gonna really have a hard time not giving it to Zach Wheeler this year
yeah, that
because
seems to
Wheeler
be.
is getting the wins, and honestly, he's not much. His stats aren't that much different than Skeens, and in some areas, like Whip, for example, they're actually better.
Dude, and I tried to, man, I took a rolled the dice on Aaron Nola, and that didn't work out for me this year. So,
No,
tried Phillies. I tried to have a pitcher from your guys' team on my team. It didn't work out. So,
No, well, we can circle back to the Phillies when we get to the National League All-Stars. But for the relievers, we have Aroldis Chapman, Josh Hader, and our boy Andres Munoz.
Mooney better stop tipping pitches. So,
Yeah, they were pretty quick to talk about that when he
yeah,
had that.
I bet. Well,
Oh,
it's also going to be pretty.
wasn't that Woo's last start where he had like the no hitter going into 7 innings? The Mariners were up 5-0 and they still lost to the Yankees.
Yeah, in extras, it just collapsed. He gave up. So once he gave up the hit, he gave up run or two
I
runs
think
in
he
the
had 2 runs,
seventh.
and then
Yeah, and then they yanked him after he gave up the 2 runs. So he wasn't completely off the hook for giving up runs, but then Bizardo gave up another one, and then I think Munoz gave up the last whatever.
so they named Alex Bregman, Bobby Witt Jr., Jazz Chisholm, on Alejandro Kirk, Brandon Lau, Jonathan Aranda, Jeremy Pena, and Brent Rooker as infield reserves. Wait, that
Okay,
can't
I
be
don't,
right.
I don't think
That
Pena's
can't
going
be
to
right.
play.
Brent Rooker's not an infielder. He's an
Oh,
outfielder more or less, but
yeah,
he
maybe
should have
he's
gotten
playing.
it for DH, honestly, over freaking Ryan O'Hearn, but that was a fan voting thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then for outfield reserves, you have Byron Buxton, Stephen Kwan, Julio Rodriguez. Although some of these guys are not going to be playing because of injuries and things.
Yeah, Julio's not going to be playing, so
I think Jose Ramirez said he wasn't going to play, but he's not listed on here anyway. He must have already
yeah,
backed out on the list because he. Oh no, I think he's a starter. That's why he was on the starting lineup.
yeah. I think Randy Arozarena is replacing Julio, but
Yeah, that would make sense.
yeah.
And then for the National League, for starting pitchers, Manfred decided to give Clayton Kershaw the Legends spot,
Of
which
course.
they're allowed to do because
Yeah.
that was the same thing he did a few years ago when he got Miguel Cabrera and
Isn't Justin Verlander still playing baseball? Shouldn't he be in the Legends spot?
I don't know, man. I mean, he hasn't won a game this year.
Yeah, but he should still be in the legend spot. What Clayton Kershaw is like half his age and
I
he's
agree.
not a
I agree. That's fair. That's actually a very fair point because
yeah. Justin
Verlander's much
Verlander
older.
hasn't won a game, but sue him. He's 42 years old trying to make it in MLB right now. So
Yeah. So they named Clayton Kershaw, Chris Sale, who's likely he's injured right now. He's not gonna play in the game. You got Zach Wheeler. The starter, of course, Paul Skeens is going again.
uh-huh.
Skeens' girlfriend tried to buy Babe Ruth's former apartment
And
condo.
was rejected.
Yes, rejected because she's more famous than he is, and the people living there didn't want her to have the publicity and all that stuff around there.
Yeah, no, that's apparently they also rejected Madonna and a couple other people. So
Yeah. So you got Logan Webb and Robbie Ray of the Giants. Both those guys are having great
dude,
years.
Robbie Ray, all right, nice to see him bounce back a little bit.
Yeah, Freddie Peralta of the Brew Crew, Mackenzie Gore, Matthew Boyd of the Cubs made the rotation there.
Yeah, apparently he's been pitching out of his mind this year. So
Yeah. Yoshinobu Yamamoto of the Dodgers. And okay, so I know that this isn't the full list yet. Okay, so we
mhm.
got like the whole on replacements section later in
Oh,
there.
gotcha.
We got more replacements because I remember hearing about some of these. We got Edwin Diaz of the Mets as a reliever, Jason Adam, and Randy Rodriguez of the Giants.
Okay,
The latter
Randy.
two guys, these are not closers, by the way.
Yeah,
So
Jason
they're
Adams has been pitching really well though. So
yeah, they're starting to show some love for the middle relievers of
yeah,
baseball.
especially because Jason Adam he has a save this year, done some high leverage spots, and also been pretty much flawless in the setup. So
Yeah. And then for infield reserves, you've got Pete Alonso, Matt Olson, Ellie De La Cruz, and Eugenio Suarez, Hunter Goodman getting the token Rockies pick.
nice.
Brendan Donovan, I think he's the only Cardinal I've seen so far,
Oh
which is
yeah,
surprising because they've actually been pretty well. And then you got Kyle Schwarber. Well,
yeah.
again,
I thought
why are we listing Are we listing DH guys as infielders now? Is this what we're doing? Because
yeah,
Schwarber has always been like an outfielder, except for like the 5 minutes when he was with the Red Sox trying to be a first baseman.
yeah. I think that's what's going on. So
And then you got James Wood of the Nationals as the outfielder, or James Woods. I swear I get him mixed up with the actor. I'm
yeah,
Oh, a piece of
just
candy.
one piece of wood, not two
Oh, a piece of
pieces. So
candy. Oh, a pice of candy. You got Kyle Stowers for the Marlins. I think he's the only Marlins pick you got there.
yeah,
which uh which Juan Soto is probably mad about because that was his spot most likely.
yeah, probably
Corbin Carroll of the Diamondbacks and Tatis from the Padres. And
nice.
so we got some replacements as well in here. So what's going on is that Rodon is apparently from the Yankees. Rodon is going to replace Max Fried.
Okay,
Michael Garcia is replacing Brandon Lau, who I guess was placed on the injured list this week.
okay.
Casey Mize is replacing Garrett Crochet
Oh,
for
all right.
workload related reasons.
Yeah,
Charlie Sheen, I mean Carlos Estevez is going to replace Jacob deGrom. So now we're getting guys who are pitching on Saturday and they're pulling out of the game,
yeah,
which is
yeah,
interesting here.
yeah,
Um, Randy Rosarena, as you mentioned, is replacing Julio. Drew Rasmussen is replaced. Yeah, see, we're getting Saturday. Now guys are pitching on Saturday because now Rasmussen is replacing Kikuchi because he's pitching on Saturday.
no, classic.
What is going on here? Again, we got in the National League, we got two more of these. On Adrian Morejon of the Padres is replacing Zach Wheeler for starting on Saturday.
Okay,
And the controversial one here, Jacob Mizorowski, don't ask me to spell that, is replacing Matthew Boyd because he's pitching on Sunday and won't recover on time.
Yeah, and the Phillies are pissed
The
about
Phillies are
it.
very mad about that. They've thought
Phillies
Christopher
are more mad than the
Sanchez.
Pirates are, and arguably the Pirates have more to be mad about. So,
The Phillies wanted Christopher Sanchez to make the team, and
yeah,
even went so far as to pay his $50,000 bonus to make the All-Star team.
oh geez,
Yeah, and I can understand why they're a little mad right now.
yeah, I believe
Sanchez,
one of them was quoted as saying, "This is an effing joke."
yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, Sanchez, of course, is a 7-2 on the season with a 2.59 ERA, over 107 innings and 116 strikeouts, and with a 1.13 WHIP. I mean, that those are certainly all-star caliber numbers.
Yeah,
I
and Jacob
can't.
Mizorowski's FIP or whatever it
Yeah,
is like 3.8 or something for ERA. So
yeah. Sanchez's is 2.75.
yeah, which
The
is what
thing,
that's what they were talking about in the article that I
well,
read.
they were
That it's like,
also talking
yeah,
about the fact that Jacob Mizorowski has played 5 games at the major league level, too.
yeah,
There's
exactly.
that.
And unlike Paul Skeens, who never gave up more than 3 runs, he's been knocked around once by the Mets already. So
Yeah, I mean, literally, his last 5 games is his career 5 games.
yeah,
Of course, his most recent start was a 6 inning, 12 strikeout affair against the Dodgers.
yeah, that was a gem. I watched the highlights for that. So
Yeah, his home run that he allowed was to Otani, so thank you for helping out in the fantasy lineup there.
yeah,
But you're right, he did have a 5-run affair in his previous start against the Mets.
yeah, I only made it 2 1/3 innings, I think, or
It, it
something like
said
that.
um it said 3.2 innings.
Okay, 3 2/3. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he did not have a good outing there. But yeah, that's I can understand why the Phillies are mad about a guy getting 5 career starts making the All-Star game. But Mizorowski's stuff is freaking electric. And I'm very mad
Yeah.
at myself for not picking him up in our league.
Yeah.
Taylor was the one who who picked him up and joked about how desperate she was when she picked him up. She had
Nice.
no idea who this guy was. Like she had no
Yeah.
idea at all. And
No, that
I
turned
I
out
had
pretty
heard the
good.
name from
Yeah.
from some of the podcasts I listened to, but I didn't really know anything about him either.
My pitching staff is the thing that's killing me this year. I don't even know if I'm going to make the playoffs, honestly. I'm still going to try, but we'll see what happens. So,
It's strange. I feel like I've kind of gotten I haven't in the special league. I feel like my hitting lineup is the real issue, and I have like kind of a decent crowd of like middling pitchers, I guess is kind of the way I'm thinking about it. It's like
yeah.
you ever remember that George Carlin joke, I never bleeped a 10, but one night I had 5 2s.
Yeah.
I feel like I have like 5 or 6 like 5s or 6s and like no aces. But I
Yeah.
feel like I have it, but I feel like my lineup is just like Corey Seager, Lindor, and a bunch of tomato cans.
Yeah. That's what it kind of looked like. So,
I mean, even with getting Wyatt Langford, like I still feel like I have tomato cans, and I don't know how I'm going to find 4 keepers out of this bunch. Oh,
yeah.
oh, Barbara. I don't know. I haven't even decided if I want to play again in this league with their stupid format.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to get Spencer Schwellenbach, but somebody beat me to the punch. I didn't think somebody was thinking that far ahead. But the 10th place team is just stashing away Shane McClanahan and Spencer McClanahan. I'm getting my names crossed up. Spencer Schwellenbach now.
Yeah.
I'm tired, and this is like the first night I was actually able to sleep until like 8:30 in the morning.
Oh, nice.
Spencer,
Yeah.
because my cat, Sylvester, he's like just wants to wake me up at like 7 in the morning every day.
Finally left you alone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
let me.
Cal Raleigh is one home run away from without steroids tying Barry Bonds' pre All-Star break home run record right now.
Yeah, and we also, of course, have the home run derby on Monday, and we
Yep.
have an interesting crew this time around because we've got a lot of newbies playing in the derby. So originally we had Ronald Acuna Jr. was going to be in the derby, and he decided to back out because of his back. He's got some injury issues there. So he's going to be replaced by his teammate Matt Olson. So they're going to play the hometown team card there.
Nice.
You got James Wood of the Nationals, Cal Raleigh, as you were mentioning there, Junior Caminero of the Rays, O'Neill Cruz of the Pirates, Jazz Chisholm, Brent Rooker, and then Byron Buxton is finishing out the pool.
Dude, I'm happy that Jazz decided to do the home run derby.
I think so too. And the thing is that like they outside of like Olsen has played like in the Derby once, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure most everybody else in the Derby is playing for the first time.
Oh, okay.
There's a
That's
lot of
cool.
like rookies in the Derby.
That's really cool then.
Yeah. We gotta come up with our names for the poll for the pool tomorrow. So
What wait, who are you picking to
I
win? I
still
already
haven't
gave
decided yet.
Oh, whatever, dude.
I mean, I'm leaning O'Neill Cruz, but
Yeah.
the home run derby is such a crapshoot. If you looked at our picks from last year in the
Yeah.
pool, like everybody had like Bobby Witt Jr. and was Alec Bowman in the derby last year? I feel like Alec Bowman was in the derby last year.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah.
Like everybody had those two guys just completely floundering, and I believe they both won their first round.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I was the and I believe Randy Rosarena won the derby last year, which like nobody had.
No, Teoscar Hernandez.
No, I believe Teoscar Hernandez was second.
No, Teo won.
Oh, no, Teo won it. Okay, I'm sorry. Then
Yeah.
maybe I was the only one who predicted Teoscar Hernandez even make it past sixth place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I know Teo won because he got traded to the Dodgers and then won the home run derby and the World Series. And I was like, congratulations for getting out of the Mariners system. So
yeah, that's how bad it was last year. That like I was the only person who thought the winner of the derby would even like make it past the first round.
yeah.
So it's a total crapshoot, and I think it's even more so this year than quite frankly than it was last.
Honestly, it's what makes me want to like. I might change my pick to Jazz winning the whole thing, but I'm
It honestly like any one of these guys could just get hot and win it.
yeah.
One thing I feel pretty confident about, if there is anything to feel confident about, is that like the hometown guy is probably not going to win it because he'll blow his load on his round when everybody's all like jacked up.
Oh yeah, maybe.
They're all excited, and even though Olsen's the only one who's actually been in the Derby before.
Yeah. I'm
Do you
still I'm still maybe he's probably my favorite still, I think so.
do you worry about Cal Raleigh and messing up his swing by going in the Derby again?
We'll see. I mean, I know that's why Aaron Judge didn't do the Derby, which congratulations for hitting 300 home runs, buddy. But I know that's the reason why he didn't do the home run derby the year that they wanted him to. So,
He hasn't done the Derby since his rookie year.
yeah.
The league has to find a way to get some of these stars to actually do the Derby.
Yeah.
I
And
mean, at least
If Cal Raleigh continues to bat well after the derby, then, it's just like people need to bat well after the derby. And then, the opinion or the superstition will start to change.
well,
So,
Soto one year did the Derby, and he said he did the Derby to like correct his swing.
yeah.
It's just kind of funny that he thought about doing it the opposite thing. Everybody's worried about getting their swing all out of whack, just getting really tired from the Derby
Yeah.
format. But he's the
Yeah.
one who did it to fix himself.
Yeah. Well, he needed to get more air underneath the ball. So if that's what you're trying to do, then that derby is a good place to do that. So,
Yeah, all of these guys are have big time power potential, and especially like O'Neill Cruz, he's the one who hits the ball like harder than anybody. on this list.
Yeah, I mean he
According to
has the
Statcast.
he yeah, if he doesn't gas himself out, he's definitely probably the favorite. So I
Yeah,
just picture him as like a Julio Rodriguez situation where he hits like 40 the first round and then like one the next round. So
yeah, it's gonna be fun to pick, and nobody has given me their picks yet to see.
no, perfect. Yeah, they're all gonna do it right at the last. What time does it start tomorrow?
I believe it starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, but
Yeah, they got plenty of time to get it to you. So
yeah, even when I sent even when I sent the text out, like they hadn't determined the final picks yet, and in fact, I sent it to them before they even had Acuna back out,
yeah, exactly.
so I
And
had to.
it was TBD, and then Jazz was the TBD person. So
Yes, yes, and I think like even like an hour or two before I sent it, like there were two TBDs. I think Brent Rooker was the guy before that.
oh, okay, gotcha.
So according to MLB, sorry, according to BetMGM, this is the rankings of who the favorites are for the Derby. Now, who do you think has the best, and who do you think has the worst odds?
Worst odds: Jazz Chisholm or James Wood. I gotta
Jazz
try.
actually has the worst. You nailed that one.
Okay, sweet.
Plus
Because that
1400.
yeah, because he's my dark horse winner. I don't even honestly when I heard that he was doing the home run derby, I was like the guy probably was like, yeah, sure, why not? This sounds like fun.
It seems like a guy who just likes fun, and
Yeah, yeah,
he's good for the game.
yeah.
You-
I
And
don't see yeah, I don't see him winning. So that
and
makes
then who
sense
do you
that the
think's the
MGM.
favorite?
Yeah. The favorite I think is probably so it's betting lines. So
Yeah.
it's either O'Neal Cruz or Cal Raleigh.
Those
I
are one and two.
yeah.
Cruz is number one, Raleigh's two.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think they're using that StatCast data there to see that O'Neal Cruz hits the ball harder, so harder than
Yeah.
pretty much anybody. So of the top four, you've got James Wood at three and then Matt Olson at four.
Okay. So I was way off on James Wood. So
And then Buxton and Rooker are distant at plus 900, Caminero at plus 1,000, and then Jazz at plus 1,400. So if you want to
damn.
make some money, I mean, Jazz is plus 1,400. I mean, anybody can
Honestly,
freaking win it.
if I lived in Vegas and I was like visiting my if I lived in Vegas or if I was visiting my parents' house right now, I'd go put 50 on Jazz to win
Yeah. I mean,
just
I
for
think it's a
giggles.
wide open of a field as there has been in the Derby at some time. And the
Yeah.
Derby's a wide open event anyway.
Yeah. Cubs are still number one in the NL Central, so that's not that
They
bad
are.
going for me.
I picked them today in the underdog game to beat the Yankees
Oh,
because
good.
somehow
Yeah.
they're underdogs today.
Well, everyone, the way that that works is everyone just the Yankees get the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I saw five articles about Aaron Judge hitting 300 home runs and like congratulating him, and I saw one that was like Cal Raleigh's about to break Barry Bonds' spree. I was like, okay, it's just like the media bias is what
Oh
it is. So,
snap! Oh snap! I got a surprise injury update. Ivan Herrera is back from the injured list without warning.
oh, okay,
I wasn't expecting him back until after the break, to be honest.
yeah,
They put him, they just surprise activated him. I didn't even get or maybe they messaged me on Yahoo and I wasn't really kind of looking for
yeah.
it. But on that note, do you have any closing remarks for the show today?
Yeah, just that Jacob Mizorowski now has set the record for fewest number of games before being named an All-Star, previously held by Paul Skeens at 11. So,
Wow, five games.
and I
That's
don't think anyone's beaten that record, but maybe I could be wrong. So,
I don't know, man. It would have to be like a very popular player or something to be able to have a shot at it. Like if
yeah,
Arnold Schwarzenegger's kid or something became a baseball player, like
yeah,
maybe then if he was like any good, he could probably make it. But somebody like it would have to be like a famous celebrity or something.
Mariano Rivera's kid becomes a starting pitcher. Yeah.
Or just becomes a bull, just gets promoted to become a reliever, and then it's like, oh, hey. But even then, like the holidays, Jackson
Yeah.
Holiday is Matt Holiday's kid, and Matt Holiday was a multi-time All-Star in the majors. So,
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
all right. So, on that note, have a safe and happy week. Enjoy the Derby and the All-Star game itself. And we'll see you guys next week. We'll begin the second half, which isn't really the second half, but it's the second half for half seat purposes.
Woo!
All right. See you guys.
Bye now.